Glen Oak Dog and Cat. I'm going to start. Hi, I'm Dr. Hillary Coulombe from Glen Oak Dog and Cat Hospital, and today we're going to be talking about cat grooming. This is my assistant Evelyn. She's going to be asking me some questions.
Hi, Dr. Coulombe. How do cats groom themselves?
So cats are very fastidious groomers, meaning they are always grooming themselves. So you'll see them licking their fur, licking their paws to kind of groom around their head. So they typically do a pretty good job of this on their own.
How does proper grooming impact the health and well-being of our cats?
So when they groom themselves, it means that they're happy, that they're healthy. And so if they're not grooming themselves, that could be a sign that they don't feel well.
Okay. What are some signs and symptoms that your cat is no longer grooming themselves properly?
So things you might see is like an oily hair coat. There might be like a smell. There could be a rash, matted fur, some bleeding. Sometimes they'll go the opposite and they'll overgroom themselves, so that you would see like hair loss or excessive grooming. It's typically on their underbelly area, and that's kind of a whole different host of things. Either way, we'd want to evaluate.
Why is it important to consult a veterinarian if my cat is having grooming problems?
So if they're over grooming, like I said, that can be things whether they have an infection, it could be allergies, it can even be anxiety related. If they're not grooming themselves, sometimes it could be a more systemic thing. Do they just not feel good? Do we need to do some blood work or x-rays? So we never want to brush that off. There could be something else going on.
Okay. When is excessive grooming too much? Like, can it cause infections or anything like that?
Yeah, so if your cat overgrooms to the point that they're damaging their skin barrier, the normal bacteria that lives on the skin all of a sudden has a place to take hold, and it can cause skin infection. So that's where you might see a rash, redness, bleeding. If any of that's noted, we definitely want to see them.
What are the benefits of professional grooming for my cat?
So cat grooming is something you always want to chat with us about first. Again, cats usually do a pretty good job on their own. Sometimes we do require them going to a professional groomer, especially if it's a long-haired cat or maybe a cat that wasn't grooming themselves. But you'll want to talk with us first about the comfort level of your cat before we just take them to grooming. Because as you know, a lot of cats don't like to be bathed or be groomed, so we may need to prescribe them an anti-anxiety medication to help with that visit.
Is there ever a need to bathe your cat?
Typically, you shouldn't need to bathe your cat at home. If they do have skin issues, we have the benefit of having mousses that we can put on the skin, so we don't have to do a full bath for them. So it'd be pretty uncommon that you'd have to do that at home, unless again you have one of those long-haired cats and it's something that you've gotten them accustomed to. If you have any other questions about where to get your cat groomed or how to groom your cat, please give us a call.